Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the steamlet Kerbals. Their under 1 hour mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no Kerbal has perished before. Yet! Hello, my little worms. I'm Day, and welcome back to Steam Roulette, the show where we play a randomly selected game from my Steam library for the very first time, with minimal editing. And today we are playing Kerbal Space Program. And now it's time for us to push the Start Game button. And instead of starting a new one, we can resume a save, because I actually made one specifically for this, so that we can skip past all the menus. It seemed like perhaps a slightly better idea than what I normally do. Alright, so I guess we'll just go to the vehicle assembly building. That feels like a good place to start. And now, we need to build ourselves a ship. Preferably one that's very ship-shape. We don't want a terrible ship. But also, I am very stupid and don't know anything about what I'm doing here. I'd say our first goal right now is make something that can go up. Then after that, we can consider other such goals, like perhaps going to the moon. That'd be a fun goal. How about the MK1 cockpit? It looks like a cockpit. Yep. It's definitely a cockpit. Let's move it up higher, because we're probably going to need to put a lot of fuel on this. Fuel tanks. Yes. That is my answer. Yes. I would like fuel. I don't know the difference between half of these, if I'm being honest. I'm assuming that means it's liquid fuel versus like solid fuel, probably. But then that one says liquid fuel, so maybe that's solid then, or is that solid and liquid? I don't know what the symbol means, because like that's liquid fuel, but that's got a symbol that would make me think liquid, but it's not. So what's the difference? Oxidizer. Is it oxidizer? But that's also got. Is it just variance? It might mean that there's variance, because there's no variance listed. That variance. Variance. No variance. Okay, I think it's variance. It means that there's variance. Okay, that's what that means. We want fuel. This is an adapter. Probably don't want that. It seems not important. Is this the right sort of size? Yes. Okay, what about you? Are you the right sort of size? No. But alternatively, yes. This potentially doesn't seem like the best idea. What if there were more of them, though? I'm going crazy already? No. Don't go stupid that quickly. Okay. We saw that one was the right sort of size. This one's the same sort of thing? Yes. We'll put one of those on. And then another one. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. Yes. That seems good. We should title that ship. Sure. Let's tell it right now. Please don't crash. Mark. Let's just do MK. MK1. Alright. Let's hope that works out. Is that enough fuel? Maybe. It's a start. We probably want an engine on this of some variety. Something like this? Is that? I don't know if that needs something in particular. I'm very concerned about said engines. That seems a little too big for what we're trying to build here. Turbo ramjet. Perfection. That's probably not going to be enough, though. Don't we need something else, like stabilizing stuff? This sort of thing. That seems about the right size. Take that off, put that on the bottom, and then stick that on. Yes. Yes. But what if we had more? Yes. Yes. This potentially seems like a bad idea. So I'm not going to fix it. Is there anything that we can put on top of these? These sort of things? No. Where do you find cones? I need nose cones. Is it there? These are payloads. Probably not then. Aerodynamics, would that be in you? Nose cones, yes. Oops, I clicked on the wrong menu. Oops. Yeah, aerodynamics, nose cones. Perfect. The fact that we don't have anything in the center just feels very weird right now, but yes, this makes sense. Wait, I know what we need. We should put some sort of decoupling measures on this so that we can detach these afterwards. Yes, that seems like a potentially smart plan. I have those very, very rarely. What would it be under? I don't know. Not under pods and stuff. Would it be a structural thing? Could be. We can also just search for decouple. Detachment manifold, parachutes, Parachutes do seem potentially important. Should we, like, stick some parachutes on the top of this? Yes, I'm sure that'll be fine. Flags, personal parachutes, decouplers. What's a decoupler that's like the size of this thing? There. Okay. So then that's a decouple thing. So then my current plan is that if we put a tiny thing on here with a tiny engine of some variety, well, potentially that should actually be lower. So if we put this on here like this, then get, do we want the same sort of engine again? Sure. Then, what are we going to do with this decoupler now? Okay. Yeah, that's good. We'll attach all of them to the decoupler. So I wanted this here, so that then when we put all of these on here, we can attach it to this one, so that now we should be able to decouple all of it at once. The decoupling, I think, is currently happening before anything else, though, so this seems bad. Yes, give me another one of those, please, and then let's move all of the ignition down into this one. Decouple and parachute, should that be on the same one, or a different one? I don't know. Potentially a different one, so let's... Oops, that's gone wrong. Up. There, that one. Okay, that's what we probably want for now. This seems like a ship. Will it work? I don't know. Let's put some structures on this thing so that it launches from a height. Sure, that'll work. Which one do those just go into? This one. Okay, we don't... Well, actually, no, it's fine if they're on there. We probably do want the engines firing at the same time at decouples. Otherwise, it might go very poorly. Yes. It is now time for our maiden flights of the Please Don't Crash Mark 1 with our humble pilot, Jebediah Kerbal. Let's salute this man who is probably not going to make it back to the ground. Alright. Let's open the wheel back up. Alright. Let's enable that and that, because we're going to need that. Let's throttle up. I'm worried. And let's go! Oops, oops. I accidentally decoupled it immediately. But Jebediah survived! Success! Another happy landing. Attempt 2. Hopefully this one will go slightly better. In T-minus 3, 2, 1. Go up on the throttle. Turn on the SAS. Go! Nope, nope. Nope. What am I doing wrong? The parachute activated, though. I'll take it. Status, flame out. Cause, intake air deprived. We need oxygen. Yes, oxygen. An important thing that some things need. Give me oxygen. Ramp intake radio. Is that the sort of thing I need? Potentially. I don't know. What does it say on it? Just those absurd... contraptions, design and attempt to pump more air to engines. Possibly! This could be right. What if we just put 8 of those just like here? Will that fix our problem? Maybe. This is now the Please Don't Crash Mark 2. Alright, take 3. We've added what I hope is what we needed, and now let's see if this can actually go off the ground. Alright, so activate the engines, power them up. There's fire! That's better than what we've had so far. Alright, so I'm hoping this is going to work. In 3, 2, 1, and lift off! And Jebediah still survived, so I'm going to consider this a successful launch. Ignore the explosion. I have an idea. These engines? Crap, we don't need them. Let's change that to an entirely different type of engine. Something that will hopefully work. You? What are you? You seem not what we're after. Sort by mass. Alright, so we probably want something about mid-range, maybe? Something like this, maybe? That could potentially work. How do we even zoom in? I don't actually know. Give me 8 of those. There we go. Then I don't know how to get to the center one right now is the problem. Okay, what if we take these off for a second? Then we can get to the center one. Get rid of this. Whatever one that we just used. Was you? Or is it a different one? I don't know. It's you now. Yep, put that on there. Then we can re-grab this. reattach that to the correct section, like that, and hopefully this'll work. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? It's trying the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Let's expect a different result. All right, let's power that up. Go. We have fire. Is this going to be enough this time? I feel like our problem is probably that we have too much fuel and it's way too heavy and our engines can't lift us. That's probably our problem. But let's see if it works. Go. Yeah, it seems like we've got the same problem again. Nothing exploded! You know what? This is our most successful landing so far. Now let's just turn this off, whatever button it is to turn this off. There we go. That's gonna be the best landing so far. I think we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. So I'm sorry, current ship, you're clearly not working, and I don't know what's wrong with you. So let's try bigger. Because bigger is definitely the solution to this problem, right? Because it was probably that we're too heavy. Yes. But if I go bigger, I can put large, very large fuel on this. Give me the biggest mass you've got. Whatever this thing is. Sure. Give me one of those, and then a second one of those, and then a third one of those. Again, I'm probably doing too much fuel, aren't I? It doesn't matter. What's the biggest mass? Is it still on this? All right. Mammoth. Yes. Okay. That might work. Does this have like a thing on the bottom? Yeah, nice. Sure, give me 8 of these as well. Yes, this is basically just the same thing again, but maybe it's better this time. I doubt it. Are you big enough for this? You are colossal. So probably not that one. This one? Yes, that'll work. Where is the parachute? I don't remember which menu that's in. Utility? Yes, parachute. Can we put like a bigger one on? Because it's a large ship. Where is this? I don't know if that's bigger. Are you bigger? Yes, that should work. I don't see any problems with it. Surely this will be flawless. So those, I guess, aren't attached properly. That definitely does seem like a problem. How do I fix that? Probably by attaching them in some way. Alright. Okay. Strut connectors, I guess, to attach you in some way. Where do we put this? Like here to the central bit. Let's attach it anywhere. I don't particularly care where it attaches. Why is it attaching over there, not like more evenly? Don't know. Anywhere. Be attached to that. And also, I guess, potentially we should attach them all to like each other. That picked up the wrong thing. Oops. Undo that. Let's go back up. Attach that to each other. Sure, that will hopefully work. But they also don't seem to be attached to these things, so I guess don't need those. This is now the Mark 5. One day it'll get off the ground. Don't fall apart, don't fall apart, don't fall apart! Well, we've still got a functional central part. Let's see if it flies. Turn that on. Throttle up, and go! Hey, it lifts off! We just have like a really cool opening where we just cause a bunch of explosions, then we go up. Clearly, it's all planned. I don't know why those things aren't attaching at all. It feels like they should be attached. I tried just putting them on and it didn't work. I tried putting struts on and apparently that doesn't work either, so I don't know how to attach those things. I should probably just remove them. But we're going up, so this is the best progress we've made so far. But also, it feels like this is quite likely to explode and, kill everyone on board now. So that's potentially worse. We definitely don't have too much fuel, so these things could be going better right now. I don't know if we'll be able to make it to space. This seems potentially a little unlikely, but I have the slightest faith. Ever so slightly. And of course, for this most dangerous flight, we're bringing along Jebediah as well as Bill and Bob, so we could have even more people end up perishing in this flight. Uh-oh. We're probably gonna have fuel to be able to, slow down to activate the parachute, so the parachute's probably gonna be useless at this point. That's not good. We are now halfway on our fuel. If I just move out of the way a little. There we go. Maybe we'll make it. Like, we're doing pretty close to being out of the atmosphere, so we might be good. Hopefully. But if we get out of the atmosphere, that's just going to imply we're just going to go really far up and then straight back down again. It's not really going to help us much. We'd have to get away from the planet's pull if we wanted to just keep going up and away from the planet without actually ever going back down. But that's not going to happen with this amount of fuel. So we're just going to keep going and see what happens. Ooh, almost out of the atmosphere. Almost. Ooh. I think we're here. I think we might be in space now. My god. The stars. And a very bright sun. We still got some fuel left. This is actually potentially a decent amount of fuel. Do we necessarily need to be running at, like, max, like, right now? I don't know if we necessarily need to be. Should we be turning slightly? Like, if we, like, turn more towards, like, this sort of thing to try and actually get this into an orbit, that might be more helpful. So, turn it this way. And then one that's, like, at maybe, like, that sort of angle. We can just... Oops, I turned off one of the things by accident. We can boost again. Now let's check the map for the first time and see how this is currently going. It's very high. We should probably just honestly go directly horizontal at this point. That might help better. So that we can expand this out. If it goes all the way around the planet, then we're potentially in an orbit. Potentially not a good orbit, but we might end up in an orbit. We're running out of fuel. We're really running out of fuel. That's going so... we might need to go a little... Uh-oh. I was gonna say we might need to, like, go at a tiny bit more towards the planet angle since we were expanding that too far, so... This isn't the greatest of orbits. This is going to go all the way out here, and then just go straight back into the planet and crash. Well, I would say somewhere around here, but by the time we reach there, the planet will have spun, so potentially all the way over here somewhere. That doesn't seem great, if I'm being honest. I sped up time and we instantly crashed somewhere in the ocean. Perhaps I went a little bit too fast. I think I went, like, all the way to, like, the max warp, and it just instantly just went all the way around, boom! Oops. Okay, I have a plan. Decouplers, followed by, down here, structural beams that are then attached to the solid things, which will then hopefully make them not just immediately fall over. Maybe they'll be attached this time. Let's hope. Give it a second. Give it a second. They didn't fall over. Whew. Okay, that works. I have noticed that we've got these things down here entirely the wrong order, so I know what's going to happen the second we push the button, but screw it. Goodbye. Goodbye. So yeah, we should probably change that so it doesn't decouple, you know, before we launch. That might be a smart plan. Okay, reorganize. Now it goes... Ka-chung. Or to those who are less inclined to listen to my insane ramblings, the 8 boosters on the outside go, then they decouple, then we've got the central one set up on a separate thing, and then finally the parachute. Okay, this ship might actually be able to make it into an orbit. Maybe. It has the highest chance of anyone so far. So let's give this a go, I guess. Let's turn on that and that, even though I don't even know if we have these sort of systems, because I don't think I put the thing in, but maybe it's like pre-installed into the cockpit or something. Possibly. Who knows? Let's go! Ooh, we're staying attached. We're going up. It's working. It's working! This is actually promising. Because all of these will now only use their fuel while we're going up, so then we'll have a full tank of fuel to be able to use once we're actually in the air. That'll be helpful. So once we're up in space, we'll have a full thing to be able to get this into some form of orbit. Assuming that these in any way actually get us up to the atmosphere, so we need to get out of the atmosphere, and we're not making it that far, and we're already a little low on fuel. Maybe this could work out, though possibly not. We might have to dip into our main fuel here as well, but maybe this will vaguely make it. Potentially. We're halfway. Ooh, our fuel's not halfway though, but it should get easier the higher you are in the atmosphere because there's less like air pushing against you, so hopefully we can make it. Come on. Come on, boosters. Come on. You can do this. You can do this. Bit more. Bit more. You're looking very hot right now, ship. I'm sure that's fine. Just don't explode, please. Don't explode. Our parachute's very red right now. That might just mean that we're too hot to activate it. What does that mean? I think that means that all of these were dying. That's potentially fine. Okay, immediately detach those, activate the next one. Okay, we made it out of the atmosphere. Let's ignore the fact that all that's just going to rain straight back down on all of our stuff. That's probably fine. Let's turn slightly sideways earlier this time than we did last time. How's this currently going? It's going quite far out. We should probably turn this very horizontal now. Come on, come on, come on. That's probably too far down. Can we go back up a little, please? Alright, let's see what this is currently doing. It's definitely extending it out that way, and it's bringing this down a little, which is potentially a little helpful. Alright, we should have enough fuel to be able to do this. One would hope. Alright, let's just slightly even that off a little, because we're potentially going a little too close to the planet. Alright, where are you now? Okay. Potentially there's actually something else that we should do right now. And that is, instead of here, we should boost at this point. Can we add a maneuver here that can spin around? Wrong way. This way. Go that way. That would potentially get us into an actual orbit of some variety. Potentially a little bit more of that. That looks like an orbit. It's not the most even of orbits, but that looks like an orbit. So if we wait until that point and then boost it the right sort of direction, we can maybe make an orbit. Maybe. Alright, the point that we need to boost is coming up very soon. Is this the right thing that we're meant to be aimed at? I don't actually know. It might be. I don't seem to be able to turn the thing anymore. So potentially we're out of whatever actually lets us do that. But yeah, I guess we need to start boosting and hope for the best. Let's see if this actually ends up working out. Is this actually doing the right sort of thing? It's expanding it out, so maybe. Okay, this could potentially work. So we just need to hope that we can boost for the 30 more seconds that it requires. And hope that this works out. Come on, fuel. I'm sure you can make it. We've got like half a tank of fuel left. There's still probably like over one of these left. So maybe like that one and like a bit of this. But yeah, of course it's taking from each one like evenly though, so it's not actually like one's empty, which is good, because then we would just, have useless weight on us. 7, 10, 9, 8. Well, we can move the thing. I guess it's because we've got the speed. Wait for it. 3, 2, 1. It's not going to 1, it's just staying at 2. We're going the slight wrong way. The burn time's now increasing. Let's just slow that down and have a look at the orbit right now. Is this in an orbit? Yes. It's slightly further out than we were intending, but this is technically in an orbit. Can we delete the maneuver now? How do we do that? Push that, then push that. Don't think it worked. There we go. So the please don't crash Mark 6. This might actually be the Mark 7 technically, because I think we've made changes, but yes. We managed to get it into an orbit. Oh my god. Nobody ever expected I'd make it this far, right? I'm not sure if I would be able to successfully land on the moon, but we did get a ship into an orbit, and I will take that. That is more progress than I expected. I was expecting us to not even get it out of the atmosphere, if I'm being honest. It definitely wasn't look like we were even going to get it off the ground for a while there. But hey, when we entirely did a redo of the ship, it worked better. I'm assuming those original engines were just far too weak. Potentially they're designed for like much smaller sort of craft and not this giant thing that we're trying to make with a lot of fuel. So yes, making the slightly bigger thing with a much more powerful engine seems like it worked out better. And at least we got those 8 things around us to also work, because we definitely needed those to get up here. We did not have enough fuel with just this thing. So it was nice to have things that could get us out of the atmosphere that we could then just discard, so we don't have to deal with the weight anymore once we're up here. So I'm going to say this was a great success. Well, I think I'm going to end this here. Kerbal Space Program was quite fun. I might come back to this one in future and maybe see if we can actually make it to the moon. That'd be fun. I'm not sure if I'd be able to do great at that. Landing, not my strong suit. Although we did have a lot of successful landings in all that. Like, come on, like technically, we never actually had anyone perish other than that one time into the ocean that we're going to ignore. We didn't actually see it happen. It happened off camera. So see, perfectly fine. 100% survival rate. Clearly, we are the best space agency. I am bad at space. I am very bad at space. And now it's time for the greatest part of any Steam Roulette, where we find out what game we're going to be playing next time. Push the discover button, change to the other scene. Ooh. Pop-Up Dungeon. Pop-Up Dungeon is a tactical roguelike RPG inspired by our favorite tabletop games. Make your own abilities, items, heroes, villains, and games easier than ever before. Create and share anything you can imagine. It sounds kind of fun. I always do like myself a good roguelike. I could definitely see myself potentially enjoying this one, so yay! It's not an RTS. I'll take it. Anyway, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, and why not subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Ring the notification bell, it does something I still don't know what. And I'll be seeing you guys next time in Pop-Up Dungeon. So for now, goodbye everybody, and roll the outro.
I gave that bastard what he deserved. A funeral. Fit for a king.